Vista, we do the heavy lifting with data. This is the second series of our training on macro. So in the last video, we looked at how to record a macro, how to set shortcut keys, and how to run the macro. So in this lesson, we are going to look at some more ways to run your macro. Please come along. So already we have recorded some macro here. You can see it here. So we have two macro here already. So I want to use this data cleaning macro. So I'll run it. Looks like nothing happened, right? Let me put my name here. Okay, and then another person's name. Okay, let me put this in block letters. Let me put many spaces here. Alright, then here okay, if I run the macro again, see what would happen. See that? Now this name has been splitted here. Now I have to fill us here. I have Adewale here. Moen Amzi has been split into two as well. I have Moen, I have this. And then if you notice, the date of birth has been used to calculate the age, and the phone number has also been split into its constituent element. That is what the macro does. So this is not the focus of this particular training. What we want to look at right now is what are the alternatives we have to run this macro if we don't want to come here to run it. So number one, you can create a shape and link the macro to that particular shape. So for example, right now I'm going to create a rectangular shape, right? I'm going to format it the way I want. For example, I don't want outline. That does not affect my lesson in any way, so I will not spend much time on that. So I will edit the text. Let me give it a name. Let me call it data cleaner or data wrangler. Okay, I like to put that at the middle of the shape. In fact, I want to increase the font and make it Georgia. Alright, then I can right click on this. Okay, let me give it let me give it shadow. Let me give it the illusion of a button. Yeah, this, so it looks more like a button now, right? So I can right click here, then see assign macro, then I will click on the macro I want to assign to it, then I would click okay. Right now, if I point on this, you see now that something is going on here. So let me put another name here just to test whether this is working effectively. Captain Cuckoo. Loveline Oshibajo. Ife Ade Enunuga. Okay, this one, let me call it anything. Anything, anyhow. The date of birth, let's make it something else. So instead of 84, let's make it 87. Instead of 89, let's make it 79. Instead of 1990, let's make it 1998. Instead of 1984, let's make it 1988. Okay. Then the phone numbers. Okay, let me say 321 here. This one, let me change this. 2222. Okay, that seems not to be complete. Okay, and here 1 2 3 4. That's not complete as well. Let me put a 1 at the back. Then here, that's okay. So now I look at it now. I'll click this, and the macro has affected the change. So here, if you notice, all this were um, when we were recording the macro was recorded to use to trim it and to uh, give it the proper case. That is, just capitalize the first letters, and then if there are trailing spaces, the macro removes that. It handles that like this. I have a lot of spaces before captains, so many spaces here as well. Once I click this, it will remove all the spaces. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Okay, so that is another way to run your macro apart from running it from the developer tab. Okay, so I'll discuss one more way to run your macro, and this is it. I can right click here, then go to customize ribbon. Then when I get there, I can come here, then click on macros. Alright, so these are the two macros I have here. I'll click here. Where do I want to put my macro? You can select where you want to put it. In this case, I would like to put it under my data tab. Okay, and then I can create a new group under data tab. So this new group, I will rename it and call the name data cleaning. I can give it a macro that I like. It can be anything. This does not affect it in any way, but I'm looking for, maybe if I can get anything maybe that looks like a brush. There's none. Okay, this play is not bad. Play looks like run, right? So I will click OK. So under it now, I've clicked on my data cleaning already, so I'll click hard, right? And I'll click OK. So now if I go to data tab now, if you notice, I now have a new group that I just created, and this is data cleaning. This is my macro. So now let me, first name is data cleaning. Let's see if it works. Loveland Oshibajo. So let's say this is Oshibajo Loveland. Okay. And then if at the Enonoger, um, so let's say this is Folua Adebayo, and then this is Faleti Odunlade. Right, so if I want to use the macro that I've recorded, I can just click this, and it's been affected. So these are two more ways you can run your macro apart from going to the developer tab. So I believe you have learned something in this particular lesson. If this lesson looks if it's impactful, feel free to subscribe so that you can see other videos as they are posted. So this is the second video in the series. Tomorrow we are going to drop another video which would look at something different from what we have looked at in the past videos. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.